Yo, welcome back to the Who You Talking To show. I ain't really a host, but I'm the guy that just intros the conversation. OleHead Rell. We got OleHead Senior, and we got my brother Quette in the building with us today. And we're gonna have a good conversation, man. Y'all seen the title. And we're gonna start there. Is what's the value, or is there value in marriage in 2025? And I guess we're asking this question. We done seen I believe the statistics state that like it's almost like a 50-50 chance if you get married that there'll be a divorce. They say it's like 80-some% of women file for divorce. And of course we know with the feminine, or not feminine, the the movement of not feminine, what is it? The feminist movement. Right. With the feminist movement, and you say no fault divorce, and a lot of things have changed. The government assistance, you know what I mean, child support. There's a lot of things that kind of have changed the dynamics of marriage, and I would say are a catalyst for the decrease in marriages in the Black community and the sustaining of marriages in the Black community. You can look up the statistics. You can see that we are pretty much the peoples that have the lowest marriage rate now. At one point, we were at like 75%, 80% marriage rate. Now we're down. I don't remember. I'm not going to quote the percentage, but the obvious there's a downward trend in marriage. And so, what I want to ask is, is there still value in being married in 2025? Do you believe, or do y'all believe?
Yeah, I guess my first question is something you said earlier, and it's what's a no fault divorce? What's that?
So no fault divorce is where
there's always a fault,
right? But you can get a divorce, and it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be adultery. It doesn't have to be abuse. You know what I mean? Before it had to like fit one of the descriptions of like some super toxic shit, and now you can just be like, I don't really want to be here anymore, and motherfucker can just say,
hold on. So you telling me that before they brought in that clause right there, as far as marriage goes, you couldn't just go in the courtroom and say, hey, I want a divorce, and then sign the papers and do your year and whatever and get a divorce?
From my
you got to have a reason to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. You gonna tell me I got to explain to you, some goddamn white man with a robe on, why I want a fucking divorce, and he can tell me whether or not I can have one?
Right.
Man, that's some fucking bullshit.
And you know, in North Carolina, still you have to be separated for a year.
Yeah, I know that separation part, give you time to make sure, and that makes sense. But I gotta go ask some motherfucker, can I get a divorce? I ain't have to ask this motherfucking ass, can I get married?
So I mean, you had to go before him to get married.
No,
so you gotta
get a marriage license. I understand that, but it ain't like you finna get turned down.
No, for sure. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts. You finna get turned down. You go get. You got the bread to pay for the fucking license. They got ink. Good. Here you go.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go ask this motherfucker. Don't even know me. Don't know my wife. Don't know a damn thing about us. Can I get a divorce from this motherfucker?
Yeah.
You gotta have probable cause.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Probable cause.
That's bullshit, bro. You think about that, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker can tell you can't never divorce this motherfucker.
Not without probable cause.
Yeah, but he determined what probable cause is, though.
Yeah, I mean, but that would also make sure that before you got married, you would actually have, you know what I mean, check some boxes to make sure that this is something that you wanted to do. And so it does give incentive to sustain or to make a better pick than what we do now.
Okay, but hold up though. In the past, we ain't had that shit. And we was at 70-80%.
Yeah.
So how the fuck is that bullshit you just said makes sense?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that, do you think, okay, look, the reason why do you think that they sustained, right? It probably was more sustainable because you couldn't just get the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now the fact that you can just get right out of it whenever you feel like it, don't you think that that's the reason why
what's keeping you there now?
Right. And what I'd say in my experience,
I didn't know you. I'm just being honest. I did not know you couldn't just get out of fucking marriage. I could just say, bitch, I don't like you. I don't want to marry you anymore. And just get fucking divorced. I always thought it was like that.
No, it wasn't always like that.
Things you got to split up. You know what I mean? But I guess you could still do it if both of you are amicable,
right? If y'all agree,
and y'all both agree,
right.
And you just don't have to have probable cause. But
yeah, so and it's the thing.
Either way,
but I think that like, and I guess this goes into a little bit of one of the questions that we went over is like, why do you? And I think this hand in hand with marriage, like why do you think that relationships don't last as much as they did? Of course, we talked about the fact that if you got married, then you couldn't just get a divorce just off the strength. You know what I mean? And that would have kept people together longer, and that would have, you know what I mean, made
no,
people.
No, what? That's bullshit. No, these women, y'all women, not the women back from my time, but early, y'all women, they look at TV and let another bitch tell them what the fuck to do at their house.
The TV.
You know what I mean? Everybody want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? All of y'all got this idea in y'all head what a nigga supposed to do, what he can't do, and then you got to look like a boss bitch for your girlfriend, you know, and all this shit. That's why it ain't working.
Yeah, and I thought
that's why.
I think also
and the rate gonna go down for us like children. It's gonna go down because niggas is getting smarter. Yeah. Your generation brothers is getting smarter. They ain't just pumping babies.
Nah, niggas is still doing that, bro. Niggas
but it is not at the rate that it was once upon a time.
For sure.
Because like I know even in my generation, and I'm sure coming out of yours, teenage pregnancy was like massive. It was being talked about all the time.
All the time.
You know that this was the first year that 40-year-olds had more children than teenagers.
Yeah, I believe that.
And
their motherfuckers is waiting because they choosing careers more now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like I think a person's like their level of options on what a human being has today, even opposed to what they had 20, 30 years ago, let alone like when you was young. Like what we're influenced by, and like you just said about the TV and all that, like, man, there's just so much more open to an individual now that after the love portion goes, now it's like, now I'm staying only because of what my options are.
Hey, and that's kind of what
you got a lot more options now.
Or is it the illusion of more options?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Exactly. I think that it's both because, of course, if you back in the day, even when I was growing up, we didn't just have the internet. I didn't grow up with the fucking internet. There was a time period where if you were going to meet a girl, you ever met her at school, in your neighborhood, in real life. Like it wasn't no social media the way you could find old girl across town and
right
shit.
There on the chat.
Right there on the chat, you can find a jump.
That's how you used to see more ugly niggas with fine women because they lived in close proximity. They saw each other every day. They ended up becoming friends and shit. And then she ended up getting with bro. And you'd be like, how the fuck did he? You know what I mean?
That's how they was looking at you back in the day. That's how they was looking at you back in the day.
That's how he found out he was having his first son.
It's funny he said that because I was sitting here thinking while you was talking. I was sitting here thinking we probably got the best men looking podcast. You know what I mean? I think we some decent looking brothers. You know what I mean?
Outside of you, I think that we actually pretty high.
But then this dude right here, he always fuck up shit. Hey.
But going back to it, and going back to the question of like why do you think relationships don't last as long? And then we can say even i.e. marriages. I think that like for me, what sustained my relationship is like it was like not quick. We've separated about 3 times. Over the last, and this will be 16 years married this year. But me and my wife talked about the other day. We've probably been together like 20 years.
In total, yeah.
In total. And like what essentially sustained it was like just the will to just not give up totally. Even though you separated and you may have tried different things. It was like at the end of the day, like we feel responsible for each other. And it's like that's the thing that always brings us back to the, you know what I mean? There's always the thing that brings us back. Like I would never want to see her living in lack or hurt. You know what I mean? Somebody, and she, the same thing for me. Like when I came out the military, we weren't together when I came out the military. We were separated during that time period. I fucked around and got walking pneumonia. And I was in this house by myself. Fucked up. I'm talking about it hurt to breathe in this motherfucker. And she found out about that, came over here and took care of her nigga. Even though we had the, when you break up, you think it's over with. I'm done with this shit. Fuck that. And you know what I mean? Y'all done said all of these things.
Get your own NyQuil.
Right. And then the nigga got fucked up, and the person that you ain't have to call on. She felt the responsibility. And that's the thing that I think, like, we don't give each other enough time, and we think that there's an idea of this perfect relationship
union.
Like I think social media has a large thing to do with that. Like you was talking about, the internet. I think the internet gives us an idea that there's not even like some grand, that it's supposed to be like this.
But you know what though, dog? Like, even when you see that, and especially because now, like, everything is super visual, really, really visual. Like, you get all this information as fast as you want it, depending on what your Google search is. You're going to find something that's going to answer that for you. So if you're getting all that visually, that you just getting this influx of information like that, man, like, that's got to be, it's even harder now. I think it's harder now to try to fix a problem and fix an argument. But then if you've been in a relationship as long as I've been in, now we just try to avoid it altogether, because it's like, we know where this is going to go to.
And just so they know, how long have you been in a relationship, your current relationship?
Almost 29 years in total. Yeah, but 25 is married.
That's damn near how old I am. Shit. That's crazy. That's dope. And what do you think?
You don't see all them battle scars on his face.
Yeah. It took a lot of them.
They've been putting pause.
Yeah, almost caught one this afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a lot of smiles when I walked out the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, yo.
And what did you think that it is? Is like, when we talk about like why people don't sustain. So like, that's 30 fucking years. So like, what has been like the thing that you think, or things that you think have allowed y'all to be able to sustain?
Yeah. Well, I'm competitive, so it's like,
I'm
like, if we broke up, it's like, yo, I lost. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I need to finish this out so I can win. But she said it wouldn't last. You know what I mean? Like, when she was in her moods, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's love got a lot to do with it. But when it ain't the love, man, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want to go through it. I like going through this life with my partner, because the life is mad hard. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of this, a lot of that. Like, and it's kind of cool, like, when you got a partner that you can share with, when it's like, you can see what each other's experiences are, and like how this person going to handle it, how it's going to change them, how it's not going to change them. And I can see the same thing you saw, and it affects me totally different.
Right.
You know, it changes the level of conversation in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty dope. Long-term relationships.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you sold out.
Yeah, I did. I did. I sold all the way out a while ago.
That shit sound rehearsed. She goddamn listening.
She watching. She was watching. That's what it is. She watching.
Baby, I feel safe. I feel safe.
Yeah,
man. I wouldn't.
We gotta give you a couple more days on the show, bro. You too fresh right there. We'll get through one of them days where she done goddamn hit you with a two-piece and an elbow before you left out the door.
That's when I switch sides on the seat. You know what I mean? So they don't see I'm light skinned. I show my bruises.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and okay. So this is. We'll put a pin in that one. We'll put a pin in that one. This was a funny conversation. One of the homies, hey, shout out to the homie Jay Bright, Justin Bright. He had put a post on Facebook earlier this week, and what he was saying was, if you a dude and you like studs,
if you a dude,
stop, dog.
And you like studs, you like men.
If you a dude and you like studs, you like men.
That's what he was saying.
Studs got pussy too, so I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know, but he's right about that. You like dudes.
You like Brittany Griner?
You like dudes.
You don't know that. You know Brittany Griner is?
Yeah, the basketball player.
Yeah. The one that who got her out? Was that?
Oh yeah.
She
the
was
big
over
tall,
there.
light skin.
Yeah.
She was in Russia.
She was in Russia. Fucked up in the game.
Yeah.
She was just on Trump got her out.
Yeah,
she was
Trump.
just on was that? I think she was on Cam Newton talk about how fucked up it was and all of that shit.
Yeah,
I ain't watching.
I can imagine.
Yeah. No, I can imagine it was fucked up. It probably was.
Shit, you
really
tall, you light skinned in Russia.
Yeah, she said something about not being able. Like the first few days, she was like she ripped the cloth up like in like five or six times. I seen like a little clip, and she was using that to wipe herself and shit.
What cloth? Like the pillowcase?
Some shit. I don't know where she got it from. I just like I said, I watched this.
They wasn't going to give
she
you
was
toilet
using,
paper.
talking about like when she took a piss, she used that as tissue.
Yeah, that's what she was using the tissue. Like they ain't having no tissue. Said like it was shit and stuff all over the place and goddamn. Yeah, she was fucked up over there tough.
Damn.
So it was fucked up. But
anyway,
yeah. But going back to what the question was, you said that he's not gay. I don't think he's gay because she does have a vagina.
She was born a woman. How the fuck does that make you gay?
You
be going too deep.
No. Hold on. See, my thing is that it's different if you a dude that like, oh, that's a stud right there. I think she bad. But if you like studs, plural, like that's what you like.
If you
like suspect,
nigga, if you like even one, if you like even one that's not related to you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's your family, and that's like. You're like attracted to.
I disagree. Because you know I ain't attracted to no studs. I don't like no studs. But I disagree. A woman is still a woman.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like she wear her pants and shit the same way.
The only thing making her a woman is what she got between her legs. That's it.
Right.
Her whole other persona.
Or she's attempting to present persona
as a man. Is male. She dressed like a boy, walk like a boy, act like a boy, talk like a boy.
So let me get this right.
Because she got the.
Let me get this right now. So you saying if we hold up,
you good with it?
I can use it. I can use an example.
I'm not good with it.
I can use an example that really cuts close and then that can help you understand what the fuck I'm actually.
Listen.
Go ahead.
So you saying that a straight dude and a stud can't become friends and be chilling or whatever, and then he all of a sudden.
That ain't what I said.
Nah, he's talking about a different.
So you like studs.
So you saying?
I ain't saying you was close to one of y'all.
What you saying is a nigga that look at a stud that he don't know and just like, oh yeah, I want to get with her.
Yeah, he likes studs. I'm talking about he likes studs.
Okay, but
like
you gotta elaborate. Okay.
If that's what I'm saying. If it's one, like I said, if it's one that you like, oh nah, shawty, I fuck with shawty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like this example you was just giving. Okay. But I'm talking about a nigga that just likes studs.
Okay. I just misunderstood. I just like, I was stuck on the fact that number one, she got a pussy. And then number two, I'm like, but if you intentionally seeking out
stud, exactly.
Yeah, like hey,
like suspect.
You said, hey, I can't. I was trying to.
You're trying to give it a story.
Yeah.
It ain't that story. He's saying, you got up. It's Friday. You about to get dressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You putting on your shit.
You don't put on your shit. You're gonna go to Uptown. You're gonna get something to eat.
Yeah.
And then you know.
And then you dapping them up and everything.
Yeah. Long, strong man hugs and.
No,
little hands.
Strong
little
hands.
Little hands. 80 degrees out. She got a goddamn sweatshirt on.
Hey.
A hoodie. A hat.
And she walk up to you like, "What's up, bro?"
Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah.
Give your heart dap, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then when you dap her hands, you can feel the calluses and shit on her hands.
That's
you like that?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. The whole aura is
she just
masculine.
started this shit. She been living this shit.
Yeah, that's
she just started as a stud.
She don't even like you to call her she.
This shit. She been living this shit. Got calluses on her hand.
Yeah,
she been living that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. You know, before we actually had a joint. Remember we had an episode where I was supposed to been giving the stud smoke. Remember that? And I kind of laid off of it a little bit.
Yeah,
because I thought a little bit more, bro. I actually feel bad for studs, bro.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I kind of feel bad for them because like
studs need love too.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like most of the women that like date studs actually don't be like all the way gay.
And so at the end of the day,
it's safe. It's safe.
What's safe?
You said women that date studs.
How's that safe? They more violent than we are. They more violent than
it appears that way though, don't it?
Yeah, that's from what I've seen.
I see a lot of
stud
jealousy.
More violent than we are.
Studs get jealous quick.
Yeah, and they'll fly upside their head because
Yeah.
it's a girl. They don't get.
Yeah.
They're not gonna wear that case like we gonna wear the case. That's just two girls fighting.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So they get a pass.
No. I mean, she'll
I don't
come
like
after
all
a
the
male.
fucking passes studs.
They'll come after males. Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't.
Yeah,
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You know what though?
It was one.
I'm gonna tell you,
It
bro.
was one. I was willing to go ahead and give it a straight. I would have gave it a straight. I was hearing shit through the vine that she had a real problem, and she was talking like she was, you know what I mean?
About that action.
Yeah, and that straight right was gonna be stiff, but it was gonna be a right. I'm left-handed. I was gonna give it a right instead of the left. You know what I mean? Trying to be a little decent about it.
Trying to be decent about it.
Trying to be a little decent about it.
What if she did that shit
and
caught you with a and you be like, yo,
that's been fucking hey, I would have been
find out she boxed.
That shit would have changed my whole
Find out she can throw them hands, then what?
Yeah, that might have changed my life, bro. I might be a different type nigga. If I'd have got whooped by Shorty back in the day, that shit probably
have to get whooped. Just she dipped you and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But she didn't even have to whoop your ass, but
she
got that shit off on
you. But if it would have ended there, she got that off. Yeah, that would have changed my life.
Yeah.
That would
have did something for your man.
That would have changed my trajectory.
You'd have been thinking about that shit later on that night.
Oh, I'd have thought about
After
that
got
shit
home
to this
later?
day.
Yeah,
I'd have thought about that to this day.
So is that why you're telling this story? Because
no.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm telling it because it didn't happen. You know what I mean? It didn't happen.
No,
I didn't. Nah. But let's see. I think I have. Oh, did you ever? You didn't even answer the first question, did you?
What was the first?
No, we got sidetracked.
Yeah, we got
that was
sidetracked.
my fault.
Oh no, you good. Do you think that marriage is still valuable in 2025?
Is it valuable in 2025? Oh,
hell yeah.
It's valuable.
Hell yeah. Speaking from a person in the position that I'm in at my age, hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't give a damn what you're a man or woman. I don't give a fuck what nationality, what race you are, sexual orientation, none of that shit. Nobody wants to be in the position you was in when your wife came to take care of you and
not have nobody.
Because
man,
I don't care how many kids you got.
Facts.
I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care how many siblings you got, aunts, uncles, none of that shit. Ain't nobody gonna be there for you like a woman that love you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Your kids not gonna do it, and you.
Even if she is mad.
And that's right. Even if she is mad. She gonna take care of you and get you back the way you can fend for yourself. Then she gonna kick your motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she gonna make sure your ass all right first.
Nurse you back to health.
Yeah, nurse you back to health. Then she gonna goddamn drop the goddamn.
Yeah,
your
you know what?
motherfucker.
Like she didn't have to do that.
That's right.
She did not have to do that.
Right.
And
that's
I mean,
why
and
I say,
men too, like we'll do that too. Like, you know what I mean? We'll go fix the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a woman, but that's just the way I feel though. I'm especially like, like I say, when you old head age, I'm gonna stretch and say your age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
I'm right behind you.
Still got, but you got a little bit more corners left to turn than I do.
My choices is running out.
Yeah.
He on the Black album.
Yeah.
He on Black. Oh, actually, he on 444. He on 444. That last motherfucker.
Yeah. So
I just left doing the blueprint.
My skin is black,
and the thing, but
yellow.
Though, right? Yeah. Seriously though, but you can't put a price on that, bro.
No,
you can't put a price on that. So while we young, we act crazy, whatever. And women, I'm gonna say in my time, in my dad's time or whatever, they knew that. You just have to ride it out until he get to the point where he see that it ain't nothing else out there he can do and bring his ass home and start taking care. So women in my time and my moms and whatever, they looked at the fact that, okay, this is just how it worked. Because they mamas put up with it and it was the way it worked then as well.
Oh, we finna get into this. Weeds. Hold on, I got you.
Yeah.
No, it's
not weeds.
It's just that, okay, we human. Everybody want to live when they're young. Everybody want to live. Everybody want to have fun. Everybody want memories. The only difference is when you that age, and then when you get older, say like my age, you start realizing that, because you start seeing people dying and people getting fucked up and people getting sick around you and whatever. And you be like, okay, when I get like that, because you hear about the story where goddamn, he just at home by himself,
They ain't find him until a week later.
Yeah, they ain't find his ass. Hey, they ain't find his ass till his body starts breaking down. And it was a smell. They heard it, they smelled something and they went into his room. They don't know how long he been dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then they got to do the autopsy to figure out if somebody killed the motherfucker. You know what I mean? All this kind of hell yeah, some value in it.
No, I'd agree. I'd agree. And I'd say that like the choose me culture that we in.
Yeah.
Is I understand choosing yourself, like, but I think that we've OD'd on it. And I mean, men don't usually say no shit like that. I choose me. You know what I mean? We don't really preach that.
No,
and I'm not
being taught to say it though.
Yeah, but that shit. What I have to say is that we're getting to a place is to where people value. It's almost like people value paper over people. It's like putting paper over people. And so you think that like you'll chase the money and chase the money and chase the money. I think that like at the end of the day, anybody that's probably chased the money long enough, they'll tell you when they don't have nobody that they wish that they'd made a difference.
That's
you know what I mean?
Worse. Yeah, that money don't love you back, man. It's like a little bit like where he was going when he was talking about like his mama and grandma, like back in the generation before ours, like grandmama stayed.
Damn sure did.
But also, do you not think that grandma also
go ahead, grandmama stayed, you know what I mean? And so by the time we know, she's 60, 70, 80, whatever. And she stayed. Our moms and dads, like the boomers generation that came like after them, you start seeing a little separation, you know what I mean? This and that. But for the most part, they stayed too, because that's what their mamas did.
That's right.
And their grandmamas. Now, when you got grandmoms that are
single women,
30.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the age. Okay.
There you go.
35. Because of that whole thing when I said, like through my generation, teenage pregnancy, like went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I started becoming a grandparent when I'm in my early 30s, my mid to late 30s, early 40s, like, and you're already a grandparent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And you still trying to live your life.
Yeah, so I'm still growing.
You ain't even got to the point in your life to where you actually fully settled down and got into that. And that's usually where your kids see you at when they start having their kids, you know what I mean? So then they have their fun, and then they know, okay, we're gonna sit down at some point.
But it ain't today.
But it ain't today.
Yeah, and then out of that, you ain't gonna get no longevity out of a relationship.
No, you're not.
You know what I mean? Like you just ain't gonna get it, because now it's like it's too easy for a younger person or to find somebody else.
Yeah, and you can find them halfway around the world.
Yeah,
they ain't never traveled no damn well.
Just wide open.
Exactly. We didn't have those options back then.
No.
You know what I mean? It was people that was in your group, or you went across to the other side of town and seen somebody you ain't never seen before, y'all hooked up, whatever. That was all you could do. And then if you was from a family or area where people were poor and then hardly nobody had no car, it's somebody in the circle, the neighborhood, you know what I mean? That you know what I mean? And that's all you pretty much. But now the world has opened up so much and so many different avenues in which you can meet people and do things with people to where everybody think that they can just have whatever it is they want. Everybody think, especially women.
Of options.
Especially women. Women think that they got this superpower that they really don't have.
Meaning what specifically? Because I believe they have
meaning they think that everything they do is something that can't no other person do. Like they just do shit so special or whatever. No, you do the same shit another woman do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And I always say, like, we're a lot more alike than we are different. Like, we like to think that, like, yeah, you are an individual and there are some nuances about you that are like different than other people. But for the most part,
it's the same shit.
You're more like other motherfuckers. Like there's like, we probably got like 3 different boxes. You got the motherfucker that's just doing the bullshit, and you got, you know what I mean? It's like 3 different boxes. You got the super successful, the motherfucker that's doing bullshit, and then the nigga that's in between. You know what I mean? Your average, regular Joe ass motherfucker. And most of us are gonna fit in the middle. Of
I'm in between, just for the record.
Yeah, the average Joe ass nigga, like, yeah. And
I just go to work and I bring my ass home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same shit for me. Go to work and bring my ass home.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with in between, dog.
Yeah, in between is fine. In between, yeah.
That's motherfuckers need to start finding out. That's the
I'm
shit.
trying to get to that for real.
No, for sure.
You really need to start finding out this in between is the shit. Stop trying to.
Old ass down.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah.
Oh, but to go back to what you were saying, you were talking about like grandma. You know what I mean? She stayed. I would also say that grandma probably stayed also based in laws too. That she couldn't necessarily own a bank account in her name. You know what I mean? She couldn't. There was a lot of things law-based that she couldn't have sustained herself by herself, and that's the reason why marriages also lasted longer. So I think that what we've seen is that with women earning, being able to sustain themselves as individuals, what it's doing is that it's changing the dynamics of our culture completely,
and it's gonna be to the detriment of our people.
No. What I think is that I think that like we're in a transition. This is in the middle, right? So it's a recent thing where the women of today's time have out-earned their mother and their grandmother. They're like out-earned every generation of women in their previous ancestry. They've out-earned all of them, right? So, and I don't condone it. I don't condone it, but at the same time, you gotta look at it like if they've done that, then it's like they're gonna have their moment of beating their dick.
Yeah, but we paid them.
Yeah, but you know what though?
I understand, but what I'm saying,
at the end of the day, we paid them.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that if they've made this accomplishment, you have to understand once this accomplishment is made at mass scale, they're going to have a level of like, fuck you. You know what I mean? But then at the time, hold on, let me finish real quick. As time goes on, they will come down off of that high horse and understand the value of togetherness. Again, and this is just my opinion. We're just at the fucking peak of where, you know what I mean, they're doing the thing. And so once it gets normalized, it's like, okay, where you're just being a adult person. Yes, you can have your own house, your own car. And that don't mean that you some super bitch. Like you're just a regular motherfucker. And like once it really gets to the place of where, okay,
that's not special.
That's not special. Once it becomes not special anymore, I believe that we'll have hopefully we don't tear each other apart so much to where we can't find this place. But I think that we'll find it afterwards. Hopefully, I'm speaking in hope that like at mass, like we'll find it, and you know what I mean. That it'll become we will become stronger at some point. But I don't think that like you could try to knock a motherfucker at the peak. It's hard to knock a motherfucker down at their peak. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just by talking shit, that ain't gonna work. Fuck you.
I think it's gonna be a detriment to the population.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. I'm with him on this.
We already said you said you don't want to see it.
Maybe it's because I'm older.
I'm a
little older, so like that.
I think it's gonna be the detriment to the population. I think that our population is gonna dwindle bad because of this.
So you saying that you think that women should never be allowed to earn?
No, I ain't saying I don't think women should.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that their attitude from being on top, like you said, you're not gonna be able to tell them shit. They're gonna be making less kids because they're gonna be on this money thing. They're gonna be on this money thing.
Right.
So they're gonna make less kids.
Right.
And then by them making less kids, the poorer people, that's all you're gonna do is you're gonna be struggling. People struggle, they want companionship, they want somebody to hold on, they're gonna be making the babies. The people,
that's already been what's happening. The poor people have always go ahead.
Can I finish my statement? Okay. The people that's making money, that's doing well, they're not gonna have children. So who the fuck they gonna leave their shit to? So then the people on the lower end that's struggling or whatever, they're gonna be making babies. People are impoverished like to get high, they like to fuck. Okay then.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be to the detriment of our people because the most of our people are gonna be on the lower end. Because the people on the upper end are not trying to make these babies. They're trying to make this money. And then they're going to grow old with the cats and the dogs, as they say. And they're not going to be So who do they leave their wealth to? Is what I'm saying. So the people on the bottom, they're not gonna give it to them.
Where?
So you're gonna die like my sister died. My sister died like the government keep screwing us because my sister died. She worked all them years on that job, retired from that job, but still couldn't draw Social Security because she wasn't old enough. So all of her Social Security is in there. So what happened to her 401k and all of that kind of stuff?
She should be able to get the 401k. They can get the 401k. Generally, when you get a 401k, they ask you about beneficiaries on your 401k.
Okay, but what if she wasn't smart enough to put up?
Well, then that's going to have to go through probate. That's going to have to be that's an asset that's going to have to go through probate, and those funds will be distributed based on.
Give me a call. I'll get that small state affidavit. I got you.
Not the small state affidavit.
Yeah, don't let them know. You know what I'm saying? Too much. But I got you with the
they
small
say you got
state
a fiduciary.
affidavit.
You got a fiduciary, right?
Don't worry about it. Yo.
Oh, okay. You know, okay.
No, but what I'm saying is that, like, literally, it goes through probate. So it's like just like whether you have a will or don't have a will, which it's going to have to go through probate court. If you don't establish a beneficiary prior to your passing, then it's going to have to go through probate. Just like the 401k is the same thing.
Okay, well, so then I need to establish a beneficiary on my 401k because I didn't even know you could do that.
That's what you see. Yeah, you're absolutely supposed to.
You can establish any beneficiary you want. That's the beauty in it. You choose.
You choose.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we didn't see the white folk there had a goddamn the animal shelter as the beneficiary on the motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah, you can put anybody.
Motherfucker that don't got nobody. I mean, they'll just have it to some business.
Damn.
Yeah, they had a church as the beneficiary.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
Get that straight. Yeah, I'm gonna need my paperwork so I can get that shit straight. But
Damn, where we going? Okay, we can transition on to the next question on the docket. Oh, I like this one. I was hearing a debate that what we'll see oftentimes is like in the community, and I would say even outside of our community. When I say in our community and I'm talking about things, that's only because that's my lens. I don't have a bunch of white people that I talk to on a regular basis so I can see how they live and how they doing shit. And he doesn't either. So like when
we got the same lens, dog.
Right. So the only thing I can talk about is us because I'm just around that's predominantly.
All I can say is don't sleep with one of y'all niggas. Y'all know what the fuck I got.
Here we go.
This motherfucker ain't seen you. Only white folk you seen around here. Them day walkers.
Them day
walkers.
Blades about that generation.
The two motherfucking blades. So this is my question, and I think that it's a decent question, and we can unpack this question. Which do you think is more serious? Having children or getting married?
Having children or getting married? I'll say having children.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say having children because who carries on the lineage? Who carries on the name? You know what I'm saying? You can get married if y'all don't have no children. Your name, your marriage is when y'all die, it's over with. Ain't nothing left of it. Nothing became of it, and there's no remnants of it. The only reason we know you was married because of some paperwork. You ain't got no children to talk about. Oh, that was my parents. They was married. They did it. None of that. So if you don't have somebody to leave it to, like I was talking about in the other conversation, you gotta have somebody to leave things to.
So I guess I understand.
You want to leave those things to whoever you leave it to them for one, because if you really love them, then you want them to be in a better position when you're gone than they was when you was there. Because whatever you contributed to their life, whatever that was that you did, it's gone when you go. So you leaving them something to replace you in areas where you help them. So you know, and maybe what you leave in them won't help them in those areas, but maybe it'll put a band-aid on it so they don't need help in those areas. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's the kids having children, having somebody else that's got your name that can talk about you when you gone. Hey,
but hold on, and I'm not disagreeing. I just want to let's say clarify my intent behind the question.
Okay.
So the intention behind this is as if you're going to make the decision, which one do you think needs a more magnified lens when making the decision? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which one
for
do
me,
you
it's
think is a
it's
more
still.
intense?
I agree with him. It's the kids
Hmm.
because I didn't have to get married. I wouldn't have had to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like I would still be with her anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, but we're taught, you know, the union,
That's
marriage, and all like that. But I didn't need like a ceremony, and you know what I'm saying? Like so.
So you was popping babies regardless.
Yeah. And I wasn't leaving. You know what I'm saying?
And you wasn't leaving.
I was there, so it's like weird to me. I'm like, well, we already married anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess see, no,
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like that marriage thing is, I guess, you know, and
y'all poking holes in my damn question. Go ahead.
It depends.
Now you make
it just like it depends on like, you know, I guess like culturally where you come from, you know, all this and that. You know, like for us, like my parents, they got married in the house. It was just like, yo, I love you, you love me, bring the pastor over, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I guess, yeah, if you had money, yeah, you could do it in a big way. But even if I did have money like that, I would only done something like big like that, like because she wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
we
wouldn't
don't
have
really
been,
care about that shit.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, yo, Monday is Monday, regardless on, you know, what we did on Friday. So it would have to be, I would say the kids, man, because like that right there is like when the kid comes, it's like, yo, we staying together, we doing this, we do, you know what I mean? Like, are we building a family? Are we cool with building a family?
Yeah. And the only ask that question is because if you look at the way the culture, not even just our culture, just culture, American culture in general, is the kids come first. People have kids and never been married.
Yeah, we start.
So we
fucking,
so loosely make that decision. So, but then we want to be so intentional.
Yeah.
So much more intentional about.
Yeah, because the kid makes it real.
Than versus having a kid, like which I would agree. The children,
a kid makes a relationship real right from the jump.
Bro, the kids,
you know what I'm saying?
When I tell you, even going through the pregnancy, you know how
many
people.
I don't care if you just meet her and she already had a kid. It makes it real.
It makes it completely.
You didn't even have to be the one that had a kid with her, because you know this is what comes along with it. This is who you love. Like, yeah, it's the kids, man.
Facts.
No, I'd agree.
But you got to be a certain age to understand the correlation in that. You know what I mean?
Well, not necessarily age, but a level of maturity.
Okay. Well, when I say age, the maturity comes with the age. That's kind of like a given to me. So when I say you got to be a certain age, that means you done learned some things. You done been through some things, so you understand that when you get with this woman and she got kids, because you expect her to have kids when you get to a certain age. You expect her to have kids. Yeah. So therefore, you already know when you dealing with her that she got some baggage. You don't assume. You don't assume. You don't need a woman to flag
if you didn't have a kid. I met you
exactly.
Hey, I was literally going to ask that question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, oh, what's up with you?
Yeah,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying as a man, when you get to a certain age and you meeting women that's in your age group, you know what I mean?
What age are you talking about? You said a certain age. About what age are you talking about?
About what age? I'm talking about anybody like 35 and over.
Okay.
Yeah.
35 and over, especially as a man. If you meet a woman and she ain't got no kids, then, you know, that was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Moment. Because not that it's a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. Because your ass selfish than a motherfucker because you ain't had to take care of nobody but you.
We done had this conversation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So therefore, when you meet a woman, you automatically expect. Now, see, my son, a few years ago, ain't want to hear that shit. You had kids, cause he ain't have none.
Yeah.
You had kids.
Oh, yeah,
he
absolutely.
Ain't want to talk to you.
See, the thing is, what you'll find that a lot is that a lot of people that don't have kids will have that stipulation. And so a lot of people that don't have kids, and this is when I didn't have kids. I used to feel like how the fuck y'all gonna say that we not welcome to talk about, you know what I mean, the parenting conversation, like what people should be doing and shouldn't be doing. I used to feel that way, like, nigga, I still should be able to have a conversation with you about it.
Yeah.
But then after having kids, I realized how much you should be shutting the fuck up. You should be shutting the fuck up.
I wish the mother would have told, you know what I mean, somebody that ain't had no damn kid to try to tell me something about a kid.
And I even had to apologize to one of my cousins when I was younger. She had a baby earlier. I don't remember how old she was, but it was earlier in life. We were much younger, and she had a little boy.
Teenager, like.
Yeah, she was in a teen.
Yeah, I was a teenager when I had my first kid, so
yeah, she was a teen, and then she was a single mom with the little boy, and I didn't know because I hadn't had a child, let alone had a boy yet.
Better watch where this goes.
When I used to see him, family reunions was pretty much the only time we used to see him, and I used to think, man, this little boy bad as fuck. Like, why is she not? She obviously not doing what she's supposed to be doing because he got damn bad as fuck. And now when I see him, he's older. He's pretty much he's in his teens now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's a well-mannered young man. And now that I have a son, I'm realizing that nigga go cut a flip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just partying and shit.
He was just 2.
Yeah, he was just doing what the fuck.
2.
It's the difference between when you see that 2-year-old little girl and that 2-year-old little boy. They're just different.
Yeah.
Bruh got some shit with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gonna try a bunch of shit. Nigga liable to be on top of the chair, standing on the goddamn chair on the top of that motherfucker.
I mean, you get some girls that are like that too. You get some girls like that too.
From my experience.
But the point is, it's just about that's just a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you're like looking at that through a younger lens, you may look at it like, oh well, she ain't doing what she's supposed to be doing as a mom, and you don't know what's your support system like. You know what I mean? Or what decision she, and then come to find out, like you said, little dude, he grew up, he all right.
Yeah.
He was just being a kid, but then that shows too. And I think I thought the same thing when I was younger too. You know what I mean? So like, it just shows that, hey, you got to mature.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to mature as a young man, because then you'll start seeing shit different.
Yeah, definitely had to. Because I was literally like, thinking that this is the craziest thing. Like, this is the craziest thing. And actually, on my daughter's, I don't remember which birthday, maybe her second birthday or third birthday. My wife had a friend come over, and bro was cutting flips in the house, and I hadn't had a son yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm still like the same lens, like. But now that I got my son, I'll be looking at this man to be standing on the top of the goddamn couch, walking across the top of the couch.
This male energy up in this.
Yes, this male energy. This shit is different. My daughter never climbed the fucking thing.
Adventurous and trailblazer.
For sure. My son, you walk in the goddamn dining room, this nigga liable to be on the damn table.
Yeah. Already.
Fucking picking shit out the fucking bookshelf. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. And the thing is, I understand now, like, I allow him that. You know what I mean? I don't want to beat the adventurousness out of you. I want you to, like, I love the fact that you're a little boy. I can see myself in you. You know what I mean? It's a lot different than when I was like, younger, and you know what I mean? So like, I definitely understand why they were saying that, if you ain't got kids, you should be shutting the fuck up amongst the conversations. I get it now. I definitely get it.
Until you have them and they start jumping off the table, and
I want to go back to where we were, like the which one do you think it takes more of a thought process in the go? Like I say, if you look at the culture, most people have children out of wedlock. Most, and I don't know what the percentage is, but I know it's a high motherfucking percentage. This has got to be like 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because most of us, I didn't choose to have kids. I chose to get married.
Right. Which is
like I didn't plan it out. I did like any other nigga does. Is we just live in life. You know what I'm saying? And no, I didn't choose. I actually try to sit there and figure out, what the hell would that be like if I would even if I would have lived to a certain age, 27, 28 years old, and be with somebody and actually choose to have a child planned out.
I did it.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you did that.
I swear to God.
Like, you actually were one of the first people I've ever met.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. Me and my wife actually sat and had a conversation, because we had been married. Like, at that point, we probably had been married 9-5. So we had been married at least 9 years.
Yeah.
Before, and then we did it. I bought the house before.
You chose both kids?
Yeah, we chose both.
Okay.
Yeah. Even the second one.
I make it sound like you went and got them at the store and shit. I mean, I didn't mean you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that's just the fact.
Yeah, nowadays, because you can buy them now.
No, you definitely can.
And it's it's saving a life though. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it.
But yeah, we decided to have the second one.
I don't mean it in that way.
Well, we decided to have the second one because I ain't gonna lie though. The entire time, when we talked about it, we was only gonna have one.
Yeah.
And see, I can't. The honest opinion is that I seen my mother struggle with 3 kids. So I knew that I didn't want to have 3. I knew for sure I didn't want to have 3 because of how I seen my mom struggle with us. And so, but I figured 1 is financially, it's going to be much easier. I definitely want 1. Yeah. And so financially, I'll be able to take care of 1 and it'll be easy to take care of. And then once we had her, and I was like, damn, I couldn't imagine growing up without a sibling. Yeah. You know that like that single kid, John, that's like
you just sound so much more mature than me. Because I was like, I don't even know what that would be like to like have that conversation. Like, how do you even start that? You know what I mean? Where do you go to sit down and be like, oh, we're going to talk about this tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I literally, it was like, I checked the boxes like certain boxes were checked, and it was like,
so you like legitimately in your brain, I know they do, I ain't sit there and talk. So like you legitimately in your brain sat there and like you just said, checked off certain boxes, like this lines up, that lines up.
No, and see, that's the thing, like, and this is why it wasn't like a thing where I was like, okay, we're gonna get married first, then we're gonna buy a house, then we're gonna have kids. No. The shit ended up just playing out that way. And so it just, once we got to the point to where those boxes were checked, it was like, damn,
you just sat back and
I should have a kid. All, like, like at this point, shit, why not?
Because there's some people
don't pull out no more.
There's some people that will plan that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To be that was
like, I have to have this first. I have to have that next, and then you know what I mean. And then after I do all these things, then I'm gonna have. You know what I mean?
Right. And that would be like a nigga sitting there telling a lie just to like act like you fucking. You know what I mean? No, that is not what happened.
All the plans.
I knew we got married. I was going to the military. I was out there with nobody around me that I knew. You know what I mean? And so we had already been dating for a few years. It was like the only way I can get somebody that I can trust around me, that I actually love, that loves me, is to get married. And so that sped up that thing. And so that happened. Then I come out of the military and I realized like I have a pit bull. It's hard to find at that time it was hard to find a decent apartment that would allow you to stay there with the pit bull.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, I was living at OleHeads. I was living in OleHeads by myself with the dog, and then it's like he's making it tough for me to stay here. It's like, fuck, I can't get an apartment. I'm gonna have to buy a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then that happened. So about the house, you know what I mean? This is all like just facing what's going on and making decisions based
brought
on
everything together.
Yeah, right. Literally, nigga. That's literally OleHead was there. You this is just the truth of the.
He was telling you take the dog and go.
Now this nigga, and I actually got a meme that's actually starting the memes now, because I got a meme that points directly to exactly what the fuck how he got me up out of there and got them definitely made me buy a house. I bought my house at 29. That was a meme. That last one right here, actually. Let me pull this up so they can see it. My bad. I'm having a brain fart. Here we go. I'm actually gonna put us at the bottom real quick. This nigga, somebody, you can cut me out. I'll be right back. They literally watching this nigga lead the joint. Talking about cut me out. Okay.
I try to take a different approach with my son because I don't want him to resent me for loving him. That makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. It's crazy because it's a long time where how I was raised. My dad was on me, bro, and it was when I was younger, I resented him a lot because I ain't really on. I'm like, man, why we can't never just be cool? Like you are just on my ass about everything. Then I got older, and I seen certain people I came up with was getting killed doing gang shit, going to jail for silly shit because they didn't have that influence with a man that I had with my dad. Each year I appreciate it more because I'm like, I tell people all the time, I know without a doubt, 99% sure, if my dad wasn't in my life right now, I'd either be in jail, me and my brothers, we'd be in jail, dead, or doing some street shit right now. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
My dad is the one that kept me and my brothers, and we still got in trouble, but he was always there like, no,
you had a safety net.
You had a safety net that many people that I came up with didn't.
And it's different when dad shows up. It's different. When I come up there, they know, one, I'll be up there in 5 minutes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But two, they also know that the consequences are going to be greater with dad. The expectations will be greater with dad because I'm raising you to be a man. I'm raising you to go out into this world and solve the problems in your community and have trust. If you acting like a fuck nigga at school, and then you're gonna be a fuck nigga in real life.
Dad ain't even got to say nothing. All dad got to do is show up. My dad, he ain't talk a whole lot until shit went left. Then there was a conversation. We might have 30 minutes to an hour conversation. But other than that, he didn't say a whole lot.
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
He just looked at you. He just tried to take a different approach with my son because I don't want him to resent me for loving him, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. It's crazy because it's a long time where how I was raised, my dad was on me, bro. And it was when I was younger.
Yeah, and so hopefully y'all heard that. Nobody responded. But yeah, and let me pull this. Yeah, for me, it was similar. It was similar in the aspect of like him being, and to me, it just seemed like he was being like so worried about all of the small things, and this shit ain't hurting you. It's like, why is it bothering you so much that, you know what I mean? It was like you nitpicking all the time. Seemed to me, it was like you just picking on me all the fucking time, and it becomes aggravating. It's like, no, I need to do everything I can to get away from you. And once I went into the military, I don't remember how, maybe I was in there for a year, and it dawned on me, it's like, oh shit, let me call OleHead and let him know I understand what he was trying to do.
How old was you then?
I went in at 20. I'm gonna say like 21, maybe 22. Like 22. It had to be at least 22 because it was after basic and AIT. I was at least 22. 22. I'm gonna say when I really realized it. Like, you're calling yourself doing your best job of preparing me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're doing your best job that you can do based on the information and the knowledge base you've gained.
Yeah.
To prep me for having to check these boxes.
And doing it with a sense of urgency too. You know what I mean? A lot of times that urgency that our fathers put on us or moms, or, you know what I mean? If you get that opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, we look at it at a certain age where we're like, man, this is, you know what I'm saying? I got to get out of here.
Right.
I got to get out of here. I did the same thing. I did it at 17. I had enough, you know what I mean? And you get out, you start living just like you said, and then all of a sudden you come back, you get in them 20s, you come back, you're like, they was right.
Mm-hmm. Shit made a lot of sense.
Because now when I came back, now I got a couple more kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, what I was thinking ain't working. But what that last dude said on there about his love and with his son, that last little part where he said about the resentment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that I think about even with, like, because I got a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? And it's way different. You know what I'm saying? The 16-year-old I have now opposed to my older son. The way he views me, the way, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's because I'm a different parent than what I was when I was younger. You know, like you getting a chance to have kids now, like you're already in your mid-30s. You know what I mean? Like when I had mine, I was in my, teenage years, and, so he's seen me make a lot of mistakes. My first, my second one, now I got to figure it out. His life is like easy. Like he barely even talks to me. I'm like, well, my older son, like he had all the questions. He always wanted to know something. This one I got now, he don't want to know nothing.
Got to figure it out.
We got to figure it out.
Why do you think that is? What do you think is? I know you said you don't know if it's like the age difference of you when you had them, but like, is that all you think it is, or what specifically about you being different, or what made your parenting strategy different as you got older?
Well, I got more patient. Number one, I got way more patient than I was when I was, in my 20s and stuff like that. That's the first part. The second is, he just got more, you know what I'm saying? Like there's more influences, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm not his main influence.
What do you feel is the main influence?
Well, I know it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel it. It's like I feel like I'm reaching to get to him. You know what I'm saying? Where like my son, in the relationship I have, my older son, like I ain't have to reach to get through to him, and you know what I mean, and try to find this and that with him and stuff like that. Like now with my kid I got now, he's like, there's just so much influence with the internet and this, that, school, whatever, where it's like, yeah, the kids, they just got a different mentality.
The thing about the kids today, and as far as raising kids, like when, like your first kids and mine, Because my son, I got one that's 17 now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be no, he's 16. He'll be 17 in August. Yeah, he'll be 17 in August.
So you know.
And the internet raises them. We can't raise them.
Yeah.
That phone, the internet has their ear 24/7. 24/7. When our kids was coming up, they didn't have it.
Yeah.
They had only their family for the most part.
Yeah.
When they was out street, they was with their partners, their friends, whatever, and they got a little influence there. But the most influence that would come in their life was in the house, because that's where they spent most of their time. But kids now, they spend most of their time on these things right here.
That's a fact.
When they at home, they own this.
Yeah.
When they leave, they own this. When they're at school, they own this. When they're on the bus ride on the way back, they own this. This is what teaches them now. So that's the difference.
And you know something crazy, like even like the motherfuckers who like the owners of Apple and all of these people who are like the owners of Facebook and these different, they don't even allow their kids to fuck with the shit.
I know it.
They already know that
They
that's
know
to
the damage that it's doing.
So like even with me, that's something that I'm intentional about, because like naturally, the kids naturally want to be overstimulated all the time.
Yeah.
They naturally want to do that. And so like with my daughter, that damn tablet. Now, when I tell you, and now it's like, no, I set a timer on the tablet to where she can't fuck with it, but X amount of hours a day. Somehow she figured out how to change that shit.
Yeah.
Like I took the Wi-Fi off, like I turned the Wi-Fi off at the jump.
So
she done figured out how to goddamn connect the motherfucker back. And just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to put this bitch on top of the cabinets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's something that like, and that's
regardless, you're gonna lose that battle at the end of the day. Yeah. You may win some now, but like as the years go on,
for sure.
As the parent too, you start falling back, like because your parenting changes too, because you're getting older. You know what I mean? Because now you see how these kids react when you take something away from them. Because there's one thing, like, yeah, you could be hard on them, or like your dad could have been hard on you, or stuff like that. But now, like, you go to try to be hard on the kid now, like the way that they react to, you know what I'm saying, being disciplined, and you know what I mean? Like, you're so worried about it because with that influence that they have, like the internet will show that kid that, oh, because you got your ass kicked at home, your parents don't see things the way you see them.
Alienate
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like now that like they're building this connection like that, and it's like, yeah, you understand me. You know what I'm saying? The internet's telling, because if you look long enough, you're gonna find something.
Yeah, the algorithm is definitely gonna give you.
And as soon as your kid clicks it once, it's gonna keep feeding that.
Absolutely.
That level. It's like a brainwashing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? To the point now when you're
brainwashing.
It is. And then when your kid slides through, guess what? Like you, at a certain age, you was their protector.
You was their everything.
You was their everything. Now you're actually in their way. And as soon as you try to do something, you know, you try to do good shit with them, they barely respond to it. You know what I mean? Try riding in a car with a 16-year-old. They won't say a damn thing to you. You know what I mean? If they already know we're going over here to go get this, that's it. They ain't got no other rap for you. They can't hold a conversation with you, because as soon as they hear an inflection in your voice or this or that, all of a sudden it touch something.
Yeah.
Now they start shutting down.
Now they on their phone.
They go back to that. You know what I mean? It's like,
and it validates the whole.
It validates what they just shut the hell down. And it makes me look like, oh, dog, you don't belong here no more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's where I feel now as a parent today. Is I feel like I don't belong here no more.
That's why I can't reach my son, I believe, too. My baby boy. Yeah. I believe I know it's got a lot to do with the way his mom, I'm gonna just be nice. I'm gonna say the way his mom let him feel about me, because all I've ever did since he's been, that's one thing I guarantee he can tell. All I ever did was go back and forth to court to get my rights with him as a parent. That's all I've done. Almost all of his life. I done been to court probably 10 times. Probably 10 times trying to get my parental rights as far as my son goes. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, after being there years and years and years of fighting, you just have to stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just stopped. You know, he's old enough now.
You got a legitimate, like, you know, I'm not even talking about like having to go through court, and I didn't even touch on having to deal with, you know, I'm talking about like just in the family.
Oh yeah, general. But that's what I was saying.
You know what I mean? Like yours has you know, like yours got some real shit behind it. I'm talking about like just you know what I mean? Like you can have the 2-parent household. You see me go to work, you see her go to work, you see love in the house, you see everything in there, all the emotions, everything. And even still, your kids now, like, yo, they're so far detached. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it actually does make you parent differently.
Yeah.
Because now, like especially when mine started hitting like the 13, 14, and I seen how much of the influence. So like I try to do like any other parent. You cut it. You take it the hell out of their life, right? They work it back in there a little bit the way that they do. Like I took the phone, they pulled it up on the tablet. I take the tablet, they pulled it up on the Chromebook from school. You know what I mean? Because they still got the laptop from school.
Yeah.
So like they find their ways around, like, oh, we'll meet on this chat. And you know what I mean? Like kids, they're innovative. They find their way. You know, they're resourceful. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, you come to your kid, like, you know, you see a certain thing and I'm like, oh, why they acting this way? Why they acting that way? It must be because I took this or that said thing away from them as a form of punishment because I see the influences becoming too strong. And then you have a conversation with them and then they go, my friend over here, you know, through the internet, boom, 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 ain't never hung out with, ain't never played with, but talk on the internet, found they took their life. Young, same age.
Yeah.
And this kid sitting upstairs in that room now, you done took the phone, they're already feeling bad about what it is about school because you want them because you love them. They sitting in the room going through something. You know what I mean? And there's been so much, and I know that this is going way different topic, you know what I'm saying? Good. Like sliding left, but I guess my point to all that is what they consume in, like I didn't deal with at 13, 14, and 15 with like teenage suicide and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's because of this stuff right here, bro.
Yeah.
This stuff right here.
That over validation on there for how you feel for a mind that's not fully developed yet.
Right. And that's the part right there. The mind's just not developed enough to be able to compartmentalize. Like and especially when you start talking about today's time, a lot of this shit don't even be real.
No, and that's just it.
And so like they don't have the ability to differentiate from what is real and what is potentially just entertainment. They can't separate entertainment from real life.
It's there. It's every day. It's all day. It's so much. It's scroll, swipe, share, like, share, heart, this, that. You know, comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, that's like, you know, you be looking at them Netflix series where they be showing how the different technologies that's coming about, how it's going to be used, and this and the third.
I seen the
and
AI
that shit's scary,
Chinese girl robot. Did you see that one?
The AI
girl. With the Asian, she got the Asian look. But she's a damn AI like cyborg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you just go buy them now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can buy them. Oh yeah, you can buy them.
And
they getting more real. They getting more real every day.
So you think
so that's what I'm saying about even like with kids and stuff like that. Bruh, motherfuckers is not going to be having babies naturally.
They're going to go buy the robot.
That's crazy.
Turn that shit
they're
off.
going to be ordering babies offline like goddamn.
You're going to get the robot baby.
Yeah, you're going to be able to buy a baby off Amazon. You can pick out your ethnicity, the level of smartness, all the more features you want the baby to have. I'm talking about this is genetic stuff. The more the smarter you want to be, the stronger, the more it is, the more you can get all this stuff embedded in your child
on Amazon,
in the embryo. And you can buy, but your bread got to be right. Pay for all these dados. You know
I looked up a robot. You can get one for $60,000.
Yeah, it's gonna
get
crazy.
You can get one. You can get one for $60,000.
Yeah. So then you know, well, what y'all gonna do when what are y'all gonna do when kids when people don't even actually touch each other no more?
Hold on, let's not go down this hole. We can talk about this. That could be a whole other show. This is old head shit. Right. This motherfucking these motherfucking robots and shit. That's his shit. So we gonna let old head transition. And we go get into some of these the people sit there for us to react to. So we got one right here. Shout out to Lisa. Let me see. Make sure y'all can see this. Okay. So she sent this here, and it says, if a man pays child support and later finds out that the child isn't even his, should the mother be forced to pay him back?
Hell
yeah. Well, what do you think?
Hell yeah, because she knew it.
Yeah, does she know?
If she knew
it. She knew it. How the fuck you didn't know who you was fucking?
Oh no, but she might not have known that it was you specifically.
Yeah, no,
but you was in that time frame that she was getting dropped off.
She need to figure it out. Swab your motherfucking mouth while you sleep. Goddamn it, she need to figure it out. She need to figure it the fuck out. Hell yeah, she need to be paying.
That's fucked up because if you saying like it's already fucked up that the youngin ain't yours, or that she don't know whose it is, right?
Yeah.
Then you've been paying and the youngin ain't yours, and you done been paying. And then so how she go? Damn, that's a lot because
there's so many different things you could add to that question. You know what I mean? Like that was.
One. Well, I mean, I think that she should have to wear it. To pay, she should have to wear it.
Yeah,
I definitely believe that.
I'm gonna need my bread. I'm gonna need my bread. Give me.
I'm definitely gonna need.
Give me.
So you got 10, just know. 10 years in.
Just know.
Paying about
no, she better
$1,000 a month.
Jesus Christ.
Child support. She won't get none.
So it's about almost
she gonna have to pay
$120,000.
She gonna have to pay it back.
$120,000. Let's say you did $1,000 a month at.
She couldn't own a car.
The kid's 10.
It sounds like, and I think that we should get to this place where it's like
she couldn't even get a Nissan Altima, dog.
I'm gonna sell it to Quette around the corner.
Oh man.
What I think that we're gonna we should get to a place where paternity tests upon birth should be like a regular thing. It shouldn't be like what we do is we allow how women feel about the thing to like make us not do it because we don't want to have to deal with the way that they feel about. We need to get over that. We need honestly as men, we kind of need to go ahead and like normalize certain things for ourselves.
Let me get that.
We need to learn.
I know this may be an unpopular viewpoint, but I think a man should have a choice.
On what?
On like when they finding out, like in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. I don't mean 9-10 years down the line, this and that. I mean in the very beginning when, we did this and that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, y'all talked like we agreed to have a child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Around this time in our life and this and that. If you don't want to have a child, like should you be forced to pay for that child? Like you know what I mean? And you know well good like you're not good to be the dad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like your mentality, what you're doing, whatever, you're not equipped. Why fight with him?
Yeah, I mean, and it's tough because she can make the decision to just do it if she doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then for you to have no say so in it,
and you can't say nothing.
So I don't agree with the whole abort. I'm not pro abortion.
Yeah, I don't know what I am with all that. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like because to me, like that's her body. She can do what she wants. At the end of the day,
I mean, at the end of the day,
but like if I don't want you to have an abortion and like you don't, and let's say it's flipped, like you didn't want no child.
Yeah,
I would think that, you know what I'm saying. Well, then you had a baby, just get a baby to me. Then I'll take the baby and bounce. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool with having the kid. But sometimes there's females that ain't, so they can make that decision to not have the baby, and there ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, if we're gonna keep abortion as a thing, then we should both. There should
how come we can't have a choice in the very beginning too? Like that ain't.
No, I think
I don't know. That's just something that always bothers me.
If you're gonna give them the right to have abortion, then you should have the right to opt out. That's what you're saying, and I would agree. Well, I'm not pro-abortion, but if
even though it may seem, don't get me wrong, even though it may seem like, oh, well, that's shitty or whatever, but it may be even shittier if I stay because I don't love her,
right?
And I don't want the baby, so I didn't want the baby, so I'm not going to be a good dad because I'm not fully invested into this. I was invested into that night, just like you was. You know what I'm saying? And we, we did whatever we did, and But I know going forward, I'm Anthony Edwards on this one.
Well, I mean, I would say like we got as men, if we're gonna say that we're like evolving and becoming you know what I mean, setting standards and
I would think
niggas gotta start wrapping their dicks up. If she ain't gonna make you do it, we still need to have a level of discipline to understand that this is not what this ain't. We talked about it earlier. Hell, having a baby is probably the biggest decision that you'll probably make. You know what I mean? Most of the niggas that have them kids, you talking about 18 years of child support. I know a bunch of niggas that can't afford to stay nowhere because of child support. So like we can't rely on them to make this decision that's gonna fuck us.
Yeah, but
because at the end of the day, they got plenty of resources that's gonna help them. But your motherfucking ass, your motherfucking ass gonna wear it.
But even those resources different than they used to be.
Niggas out there that can't afford no goddamn child that be talking about have the baby. So that go both ways. It's some goddamn Tyrone ass niggas out there be talking about have the baby. No, you ain't worth a fuck.
No,
you ain't worth a fuck.
Yeah,
but have the baby. Don't kill my baby. Don't kill.
Well, I mean, still though, just because you fucked up don't mean that you want somebody to kill your baby. So I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I can't necessarily.
Everybody ain't supposed to have kids.
And I agree with that.
Everybody ain't supposed to have
like nigga
kids.
Need to be wrapping their dick up. Then.
Sound like that's what I'm saying. That's my point. You said niggas need to be wrapping their dicks up, but the thing of it is women need to be making niggas wrap their dicks
at
up
the end of the
when
day,
they ain't smart enough to know that they need to wrap their fucking dick up.
But come on, hold on. Smart enough to know. Now, what are we talking about? This is a fucking easy, like, it doesn't take a fucking high level of intellect to know wrap your dick up.
Okay.
It ain't about wit. So it's about discipline. It ain't about wit. It's about discipline.
That should be on both sides, though, right?
But what I'm saying is that
if wit and discipline,
they're completely different.
No, in this scenario, it's not. It's the same fucking thing in this scenario. You smart enough to know that you goddamn need to cover your.
You can be smart enough to know, but if you're not disciplined enough to actually do it,
at that moment,
you see what I'm saying? Everybody, nigga, we took motherfucking Phlebis or whatever the fuck it was called in school. Niggas took that shit. We know what comes from unprotected sex, but if you don't have the discipline, and then you think about it, a lot nigga don't got the bread to goddamn go and get the shit too. When you talking about at a certain age, we talking about teenage John, like at a certain age. But I mean, hell, the health department. I remember when I told my mama that I wasn't a virgin. I was still a virgin, but I just wanted to see what she was gonna say. I never corrected it either.
You're a wild boy, man.
No, just being honest.
Who does? Let me test mom out.
Fucking honest.
Let me test mom out with this one.
I wanted to see how this was gonna go, and she asked me I remember we was in the living room. We was living out in my Holly Huntersville Road. That was like we had got out the hood. That was that first place that we lived, and we had got out the hood. And it was a blessing. White folk hooked us up. We was in the living room. I was ironing my motherfucking clothes, ironing board out and shit. She just randomly asked the fucking question, randomly out of nowhere. She just asked me, "Was I a virgin?" I said no. She went to work and came home. Went to the health department, got a bag of condoms. Came home with a bag of motherfucking condoms, and we never talked about it again.
Shout out to mom, yo.
Mom Deuce. Shout out to mom. Like, swear to God, she literally went and got a bag of condoms, and I still was a virgin, but I used those condoms. You know what I mean? I ain't had no bread. Those condoms, I had that bag of condoms for a minute.
Oh, okay.
This might have been expired.
I was about to start asking a lot of questions that I probably don't want to answer to. How did you start using them, yo?
What do you mean how? Oh, he gonna be this motherfucker.
Was you by yourself?
Like, I ain't gonna lie. You definitely opened up the first one. Yeah, you definitely opened up the first one to goddamn see what the fuck you mean.
Am I filling this joint out?
Oh, he wasn't there to teach me how to goddamn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wouldn't teach me how to scroll it up and goddamn shaft and all that.
Yeah, so you know what?
Teach me that.
You got to pump that joint up.
Pump it up.
Yeah, you got to pump that. You got to get that joint going right so you can do a test run. You know what I mean? Make sure you squeeze air out the tip. Yeah, you sitting there like, goddamn, I'm like, yeah, we looking all right now. I'm ready. I'm about that action now, boss.
Say I'm ready.
I'm ready now. Be in the mirror in your bedroom, like,
Yeah, you gotta know how to put it on without getting
Yeah,
the
man, them girls don't know the shit that little boys do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's see. Then we're gonna go to the next one that Lisa sent in. Let me make sure they can see this one.
I actually stopped talking to a girl one time when I first saw her morning routine. I ain't like her morning routine.
What was happening?
Like she got up, first thing she did was turn some rap on. I was like, all right, rap? I gotta hear this at 8:30 in the morning. The lights wasn't even on in the room. How you turn the sound bar on to get straight to rap? The blinds are still closed. First thing you drinking is like juice? On the wake up?
This nigga stupid.
Where your tea game at? And no fruit? You ain't had no fruits. I was like, yo, you ain't got no apple, nothing in here? Just vibes in the fridge, like just leftover Chinese food and
oh no.
She would tell me, you quiet when you wake up. We should all be the fuck quiet. Just don't talk to me when I wake up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
God. I don't mind if people check their phone right away because, people got family shit, whatever. Check your text messages, work. I get that. When people go straight to IG and it's not for their job, that had always bugged me. Like, brush your teeth first. Like, there's nothing that important.
I actually stopped talking to a girl one time when I first saw her morning routine. I ain't like her morning routine.
Yeah, but girl was on a lot of the Sadiddy shit. But okay, so let me ask you this. Well, I mean, damn, y'all in a different age bracket. I was asked a question recently about like you in the car with a chick and she like bumping motherfucking Gucci Man. Like you'll be like she just ride around listening to Young Dolph and shit.
Yeah.
Like is that a red flag?
Nah.
I say yes.
Not for me.
I say
Dude,
yes.
I love that ignorant shit.
Yeah, but see, my thing, I like the a woman that like listening to R&B.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you listening to a nigga talk
Plans
about
out
fucking bitches and all this shit all the time, like that to me, that like when you was younger, you probably like that joint right there probably make you feel good.
Yeah,
but like aside from like making you feel good, that's about the extent that she probably. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't wife the chick that just listens to Gucci Man on a regular basis. Like she hops in the car and bumps those stock Nissan Altima speakers with the slicks. And she got the slicks and the missing hubcap. And she busts the stock speakers listening to Gucci every morning and shit. Yeah, I think that's a red flag.
Yeah, you gonna want to have kids with that one.
Definitely not.
Yeah, man.
Because then she gonna have a kid in the car listening to Young Dolph their whole life. But no. I think that a lot of us are affected by the things we consume. They say you are what you eat.
Yeah.
You are what you hear. You are what you see. You are what you eat. Like all of these things show themselves in your real life. And if you think they don't, well, hey, you must be this niche super person. Go ahead.
Okay. It's about my bedtime.
Oh, you is about 72.
Yeah.
About 72.
We've been on this motherfucker. How long?
It's an hour and 23 minutes.
Hour and 23 minutes.
Hour and 23 minutes.
All right. Getting close
to that nigga. This nigga just came. This nigga literally just came from
out of
retirement.
retirement.
He just came from a
Right.
Nigga was taking a nap. He had me wake him up because he was taking a nap before he came over here.
Nap was an hour though.
Naps are the shit.
Naps are the shit, yo.
This nigga be hating on me a week nap, bro.
Hey, this nigga goddamn 30 years old and he need a motherfucking nap.
It ain't about me.
Yeah, I didn't
take naps at 30.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about.
I just started within like the last 2 years.
But the only thing I'm saying is,
I'm new.
If you were to take a nap in the middle of the week, right? I never used to go to sleep, bro. I never could go to sleep.
Yeah.
But like now, like shit, if you go to work and we out in the sun, I ain't gonna make no excuse.
Yeah.
What I say is, if you come home and you can find time for a nap,
don't make no
day nap, that reset fire.
You can always find time for a nap if you don't do shit. Damn.
That's really the only time I did find time for a nap is when I wasn't doing shit.
That's what I'm talking about. You ain't doing shit. You can find time for a motherfucking nap.
My motherfucking bills paid in advance. This nigga talk about. But shit, we'll wrap it up, man. This nigga obviously needs a nap. Know what to tell you all. That 72 kicking in. Hopefully we live to get to a place to where we know what that feels like.
72 yourself.
Hopefully we get there. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Who are you talking to? Show. We'll be back next week. Shout out to my brother Quette. OleHead Scene. I'm OleHead Rell. We out.